So we were finally able to complete our grind for a diamond musk deer yesterday, and after that I thought it was time for a bit of a break from the kind of grinding style hunts, and I thought we'd come back to Te Awaroa multiplayer because last time we came here it actually treated us quite well, and we definitely still have room in the trophy lodge for some of the things that this map offers, including the European rabbits. I actually do want to go around some of those burrow locations again and see if we can find any more diamond or rare European rabbits, because I like them a lot, and I definitely prefer the rabbits on like the small platforms over, say, like a duck or a goose. So that is going to be part of the plan. But I also, if I can grab the correct weapon, do have the 303 today, so gonna be fun to kind of use that again. If we can get lined up on this guy, probably try to take him after the tree. I do just really like the sound of it, and it's just insanely overpowered for pretty much everything on this map except red deer. So it should be fun to kind of use that again on the map that it actually came with. It may be wishful thinking, but I think that is a melanistic European rabbit right there. And it is the solid level 2 estimate. So I have the 22 pistol today, which might not have been a great idea, but I wanted to try it. See if we can get him spotted. I think we got him, yeah. So, I had no idea there was a set of burrows right there, but probably the most useful direction those feral pigs could have ran, because I was going to go and check down here closer to the water. So good to know. I actually ended up with a gold feral pig, and if we can get lucky and get a gold melanistic European rabbit here, we may have a Trophy Lodge edition already. Actually, probably haven't seen everything here because they are pretty well sort of hidden in the grass, but I think we'll probably just go and grab our one here and see what we ended up with. That is definitely a melanistic, and it's definitely a gold at 2 trophy rating, which I believe makes it our biggest. The one that we killed in the last Te Awaroa hunt, in the trophy manager it said 2 trophy rating, but on the harvest screen it said 1.9. So they must be very close, but I gotta assume that one's at least a little bigger, so this is starting out pretty well. Ooh, that's not a bad red deer. So, I think we might try to take that before he spooks. Kind of an interesting looking mythical. He's got 2 different antlers, I think. One of them's like the troll level 9, and then the other is just the kind of larger mythical. But one thing I wanted to focus on more today was Sika deer, because we got our 1 diamond in multiplayer. I think it might have been release day of the map or the day after. And since then I've not hunted them much, but I do actually want to get a better looking one. The one that we have scores high, but it's just got very like straight main beams, and I like the ones that kind of curl outwards a bit more. So I thought we'd look for them a bit. And of course, first thing we find is a big red deer, but not going to pass that up. But not bad. He is 216. I'm kind of surprised he has this side. Maybe that isn't the normal troll side. I think there's more like tines up there, because he's not that heavy. But definitely not a bad size stag for just a random find like that. Well, that's definitely not a bad Sika buck if he's the max weight estimate. He's up to 185, but I think he's probably right near that 144 mark, because he's not huge. But anyway, I think we can get into a lung through there. And I'm not sure if we just happened to get here at a good time, or if this is maybe the same herd of red deer. But a bunch of them were walking down through here, and I wish we could have gotten a better look, but I guess we'll just go and grab our Sika deer then. And I actually forget now what the fur type on the one that we shot was. I think it is dark spotted, but 160. Not too bad. And good to know actually, because I couldn't remember, 198 is the diamond requirement, because level 4s can make it, and I wanted to be able to pay attention to those estimates just in case. But I think we'll maybe go and check this lake, because it tends to be pretty good for them. See if we can maybe get an even better one. I think that guy might be the best one here, so we might as well go ahead and try to drop him. If nothing else, it'll kind of stir stuff up and get everything moving that might be hidden. That's the one thing about the Sika deer, because they are pretty small, they can hide, especially in these shadows, just super well, so I always like to at least try to scan around after taking a shot, but as far as I can tell, we actually did get the best one. And I think at least he ought to be a gold. And he is at 136, so barely. Guess a level 4 could be a silver then, but he made it. Ooh. Not only is that a level 5, that might be the red spotted fur type. I think it's leaving its drink zone because we're right at the end of Sika drink time, but that is one I would like to get. It's not a super high estimate. We looked earlier. 198 was the requirement. He's up to 212. I don't know, he's kind of got the more, like, curved main beams. So we're going to have to kind of try to keep up with him here. I think I do have the red deer collar and it's supposed to work for them. So if we can get within, like, 180 meters of him, maybe, we could hit a call and see if we could slow him down. But I'm definitely not taking a shot at that angle, especially at something that I'd actually really like to get fur type and all. The calling range on the red deer collar should be 200 meters. So while we're within that range, I want to hit this a few times. Just see if we can either slow him down or get him turned around, and it doesn't look like either of those are going to happen. So, I guess the next step is trying to sort of hang with him enough and gauge where he's trying to go, which is maybe that direction, to like get a broadside shot up here somewhere. I just don't want to get too close to him now and spook him when we can't even see him. So I'm trying to sort of cut him off in a way. Well, we must have gotten too close. I don't know, there's a lot of open spaces over through there. So if we just sort of hang out here, we'll keep an eye on him and see if he will stop for us. He does have the more straight main beams, kind of like the one we got before. But that might be a good thing as far as the score goes. So hopefully he's just going to go nervous. Didn't think he would do it that quick. We could just go ahead and take him there. I figured that would be a lot more difficult just because he was leaving his zone. But that wasn't bad at all. And I didn't even look. I don't know that I've picked up a track from him, so we'll do that just to confirm. He is the normal spotted fur type, so not my absolute favorite, but of all the fur types that the Sika deer can have, spotted or red spotted would be my favorite too, and the ones that I would want to get a diamond of, and we got one of dark spotted, like I talked about at the beginning, way back when I'm pretty sure the map just came out, but let's see what we got for this guy. He is 199, so barely. 0.3 above the requirement, but another diamond Sika. I think it is a little different because he does have like the bend in the main beams. I think the one we got is more like just straight all the way up, so should be different looking. Because they can go on the small plaques, we'll be able to put them just side by side and compare, but that's really cool. I was kind of starting to set up for a Sika grind on my map to look for something like that, so I've got a couple of tents and tripods set up, and of course, first trip into multiplayer since doing that, we get a diamond Sika, but definitely not going to complain about that one. So I kind of thought on that note, we'd give one more set of burrows to try, and then we'd head back to the trophy lodge. And figures, there is another melanistic rabbit here, just a female this time, but I figured we'd go ahead and take that and actually head back. I do definitely want to compare the two Sika deer side by side, because the first one we shot, like I had mentioned, it scored pretty high. It's somewhere in like the 2 teens, I think, maybe 214. And I thought they might have had the same rack, but to score as differently as they did, I can't imagine that's actually the case. But I definitely want to go and take a look at that. So first of all, I didn't realize we had one empty spot left here on like this bar area, but we've got that filled with our new melanistic gold European rabbit. And I couldn't find the other one that we had. He's the opposite end there, and then we have a diamond in the middle, so I like that. And then it also works out well that the other diamond Sika we already had is actually in the same room, so don't have to go anywhere to see the difference, but I like the new one so much better. Like, you can see what I was talking about. This guy's got pretty straight main beams, and the new one has like a lot more curved and, to me, more natural looking main beams. This guy was 214.6. I think it's probably the spread that really helps him. But our new 199, I definitely like him better, like color and all. I just think that looks cool. So for the moment, we'll leave them kind of side by side. Eventually, I imagine we will sort of like separate them just to get more variety in different rooms. But it's cool to have them compared there and just see how big of a difference there can be between the diamonds. And I do definitely like that we have such a big difference there. It's more variety like I had just talked about adding to the trophy lodge. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.